Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
Bexar County's version of Tiger King, a previously rare issue that Animal Care Services and Bexar County Sheriff's Office departments have been dealing with this year.
Yeah, the seizure of exotic animals from local neighborhoods has been a unique problem in recent months. These two just recently arrested in connection with yet another tiger discovery that happened back in March.
The night team's Jonathan Cotto spoke with some residents who say these animals don't belong in San Antonio neighborhoods.
It was on March 16th when Bexar County Sheriff's deputies seized a 5-year-old tiger cub and a 13-week-old bobcat from a home in southeast Bexar County. 25-year-old Jeremy Nathan Martinez and 21-year-old Cristela Coronado were arrested Friday in connection with an animal cruelty case involving the two exotic animals. Neighbors like Wesley Nichols, who has lived in the neighborhood for more than 20 years, says this is a first.
If that's the way they make a living by taking animals like that and selling them and make money off them, then they should change their profession, because it's to make money that way at the risk in the lives of many people. It's just not wise.
Nichols says he doesn't understand why anyone would have a tiger as a pet, especially in an urban setting like San Antonio.
Now, this is not a place for them. There are places for them. If you have to have one, find that place and go live over there. Don't live next door to me.
Nichols, along with other neighbors we spoke to, witnessed sheriff's deputies and Animal Care Services removing both the tiger and bobcat from the home. Nichols has a 9-year-old grandson who plays in the front yard and says the situation could have potentially been worse.
He was ferocious. I mean, just looking at him. And when they get hungry and they get loose, it's not a good combination for a tiger in a neighborhood like this.
But this is only one case of several this year. In February, ACS launched an investigation after a tiger cub was spotted in the southwest side. That same month, a tiger was rescued from a home. Both individuals arrested on Friday are charged with cruelty to livestock and torture. This according to the Bexar County arrest records. Now, ACS does say it's not illegal to own a tiger in the state of Texas, but owners have to go through a very strict permit process. Now, it's important to mention that owning exotic animals here in San Antonio is forbidden. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News. Tim Courtney.
Thank you, Jonathan. New on the Nightbeat, a bicyclist sent to the hospital after being struck by a car this evening. Police on scene say it was shortly after 6 p.m. when a car traveling on Laredo Street tried to pass that cyclist who was heading in the same direction. During that pass, the man on the bike reportedly ran into the car, fell over and hit his head. The man was taken to the hospital shortly after. The driver of the car did stop to help and will not be facing any charges.
A fist fight ends with two men being shot. It all happened on Holly Street, not far from Castroville Road over on the west side. It all happened around 10:30 this morning. SAPD officers found one of the two men at that location and another a few blocks up on 18th Street in Guadalupe. One man was shot in the shoulder, the other in the torso. Police say only one gun was involved in the incident, but it's unclear right now which man it belonged to. We're told both suffered life-threatening injuries and were taken to the hospital. Their condition right now tonight is unknown.
Nearly 2 weeks and still no answers for one San Antonio family as to who gunned down their loved one while he was riding his bike. Today, that family held a vigil and balloon release in honor of 38-year-old Jesus Angel Cardenas. The night team's Japhanie Gray with his memorial and his family's search for justice.
Jesus, Chulito, we called it. I know he's resting, but whoever did this to my son, be man enough to come forward.
This is 38-year-old Jesus Angel Cardenas.
A very outgoing person, really humble, willing to give you the shirt off his back. You know, he didn't have much, but whatever he had, you know, he'd make sure that you had before him.
His family says Cardenas was a hard-working carpenter and landscaper who loved his family and riding his bike.
You know, he would always, cruise downtown. He would always go to my mom's. Anywhere he could, he was on his bike, and, that was his way of traveling, and he preferred it that way.
April 12th would be the last time Cardenas would ride his bike. San Antonio police say that he was shot in the head while riding along Evergreen Street in Evergreen Court. The only thing police have is this surveillance video showing a light gray SUV they believe the shooter was in.
It's just a bunch of numbness, if anything. It's a bunch of numbness, all types of feelings that I can't even can't even put into words.
His brother, Edward Rios Jr., distraught by the news.
It doesn't matter who you are, nobody deserves to, end up in this situation or feel this kind of pain.
With the shooter still at large, the family had this to say.
It's not even so much about us hating you or being mad at you. We just want the peace, and we want the justice for my brother. We want him to be able to finally rest in peace.
Have any information that can help lead them to an arrest. In this case, you're urged to call their homicide unit. That number is 210-207-7635. Live at Public Safety Headquarters, Daphne Gray, KSAT 12 News.
A reminder tonight, we are in the midst of early voting for the May 1st election. On the ballot, the hotly debated Proposition B, the race for San Antonio mayor, as well as several city council seats. Right now on KSAT.com, you can find additional information, including Prop B explainers, a Q&A with mayoral candidates, as well as how and where to vote. All you have to do is click on Vote 2021 under the News tab on our homepage. Again, Election Day next Saturday, May 1st.
A new episode of KSAT Explains is out right now, and this week the team is taking on one of the most contentious items on the May 1st ballot, Proposition B, a measure on the ballot for San Antonio voters that pits local police union against a group of activists pushing for reform. Myra Arthur goes behind the episode.
One side argues it's about police accountability. The other side argues it's about defunding police. Neither argument is nearly that simple. Proposition B would repeal the right for the local police union to collectively bargain their contracts that determine officer pay, benefits, and discipline with the city of San Antonio. But we found that there are a lot of arguments for and against that proposition that really need some clarification. Prop B has been hotly debated over the last few months, and claims thrown out by both sides can be a bit misleading at times. So we break down what Proposition B would and wouldn't do, how other cities across Texas negotiate the pay for their officers, what their officer retention rate is like, the crime rate in San Antonio compared to other cities that may not have collective bargaining. We lay out what you need to know to understand the implications of Prop B, what would and would not happen if it actually passes. You can check out KSAT Explains right now, this latest episode, ksat.com/explains or the KSAT TV app. We hope to clear up some misinformation and give you the facts that you need to know to decide how you will vote.
Around Texas tonight, take a look at this new video of one of the tornadoes touching down near Vernon. That's near the Texas-Oklahoma border. This happened last night. We know at least 2 tornadoes hit that area. This one appearing right next to a rainbow.
It's quite the sight. I don't think I've seen that before.
That's really
rainbow
cool.
right over the tornado.
Very cool. Those tornadoes that were out in the western portion of Texas yesterday were very photogenic, mainly because they occurred over ranch land for the most part. There were no injuries reported. That's really good news. And the supercells that produced those tornadoes were low precipitation supercells, so they weren't shrouded in a lot of clouds. And that's why the tornadoes were so easy to see and resulted in the cool pictures and video that you just saw. We had some severe storms in the area yesterday evening that produced some hail. Here in San Antonio, mainly some smaller hail, but to the south in Atascosa County, some larger hail, golf ball size hail here. And this was sent in via our KSAT Connect feature in the weather app. So next time we get storms and you see a picture of some hail or anything you'd like to send in, you can do that with us, part of the KSAT weather app. Right now, 72. It's been a beautiful night. More nice weather tomorrow. We'll talk about it. Get you ready for next week coming up in just a bit. Tim.
Thank you, Katie. The pandemic has been going on for more than a year now, and Habitat for Humanity is definitely feeling the impact. Today, we stopped by their newest community in Von Ormy to get an update on the progress there. Volunteers are still hard at work building new homes. The pandemic, though, forcing the organization to decrease their goal for the number of homes they'd like to see built this year due to things like less donations, less volunteers helping, and increasing material prices. Despite all those challenges, though, a future homeowner says that hasn't stopped them from giving back.
I wanted something permanent, stable for my kids. I was tired of moving around. They were tired of moving around. I just want to cry every time a wall comes up. It's super exciting to see it finally come together.
Construction at the Von Army community is expected to be complete in 2 months. For information on how to register and to help as a volunteer, head to our website, KSAT.com.
Still ahead on the Nightbeat, 7 sheriff's deputies on administrative leave following the shooting death of Andrew Brown Jr. in North Carolina. This coming amid calls for the release of deputy body camera footage. We'll tell you why. Plus, at least 18 states have resumed giving the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine after the CDC and FDA recommended lifting the pause on the drug. The latest including new vaccine fact sheets. Next.
Johnson & Johnson's 1-dose vaccine getting the green light to resume distribution after the CDC and FDA issued a pause last week following reports of blood clots.
Yeah, but demand for vaccines is actually beginning to slow down. In some places, appointments are no longer needed.
Here's ABC's Ty Hernandez with the latest.
After pausing the use of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine early last week, the FDA and the CDC saying Friday that the benefits of the one-shot vaccine outweigh the risks. The agencies recommending Johnson & Johnson's shot come with a warning label of the risk of rare blood clots. So far, 15 blood clot cases verified. But with 8 million shots given, that's about 1 case per 500,000 vaccines given. Experts say things like birth control and cigarettes that some Americans use every day are exceedingly more likely to give you a blood clot than the rare and potentially deadly type from the shot. At least 22 states saying they will resume use of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine immediately. The Indianapolis Speedway has already resumed distribution of the one-shot vaccine, but there is still some apprehension.
A little bit hesitant, to be honest, but just wanted to get it over with.
Seattle's mayor encouraging everyone to get vaccinated.
We are all so tired of this, but we got to hang in there because we are so close.
Over the past 9 days, the average number of daily vaccines administered dropping nearly 16%.
If we hit a plateau in getting the shots into people, we have this concern about a potential new wave.
In Northern California, some counties now have a surplus of vaccines available.
A lot of our vaccine providers have removed the requirement to have an appointment in advance.
Appointments are also not necessary in New York City.
I've been taking all sorts of precautions, but I really need to get one, and I think everyone should get one.
Ty Hernandez, ABC News, New York.
After a humid and stormy Friday, we rebounded quite nicely today. A gorgeous Saturday out there.
Yeah, it really was. I loved seeing that sun, especially everything was so green, especially after all the rain.
I've started to notice a lot of the vegetation we lost during the winter storm. Stuff is really starting to come back now, and that is such a good thing. Yes, looking a lot greener out there, and yesterday's rain helped, no doubt. No rain today, unfortunately, but it was beautiful out there. 56 our morning low, and we made it all the way to 90 this afternoon because of dry air in place. Right now it's 72 at the airport. We've still got some spots in the low 80s, but again, with a breeze and with drier air, very comfortable out there. Our dew points range anywhere from the 30s off to the west of I-35 to the upper 50s off to the east, but that's still feeling very pleasant. And there's a big enough spread between our air temperatures and our dew points that you really don't notice any humidity out there. We've got another beautiful day on tap tomorrow, but I do have to point out that our air quality is going to take a little hit on Sunday because of elevated levels of ozone in the air. So tomorrow, Sunday, the air quality will be considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. As we get into the warmer months, this is not terribly uncommon. It's not every day, but it's not terribly uncommon to have this kind of air quality. And these sensitive groups here, those include the very young, the elderly, and also anyone with a respiratory condition like asthma or COPD. So if you've got someone like that in your household, they're encouraged to limit their time outdoors tomorrow, especially early to mid-afternoon when it will be hottest. So something that contributes to excess levels of ozone in the air. It has to do with the weather setup. Typically, we have these days when it's very bright and sunny, and also when it's hot, when it gets to be warmer. So we do see these during our warmer months here. It also has a little something to do with the weather setup. We had a front move through early this morning. We've got surface high pressure moving in behind it, and that's going to be almost directly overhead tomorrow. And what this high pressure does is it just kind of keeps a lid on things. That typically spells very nice weather, but it can also trap things down near the surface of the earth. Can be everything from dust and insects to pollutants like ozone. So with this surface high moving in, we stay sunny tomorrow, but it's also going to keep some of those ground level pollutants trapped down closer to the earth. They can't mix out as easily. So that's why we've got this excessive amount of ozone in the air tomorrow, and that's why air quality will take a little bit of a hit. That will change by Monday and air quality should improve. But do keep that in mind tomorrow. Otherwise, beautiful sunshine. Another really rapid warm up. We'll start off in the mid 50s, shoot up to near 90 again tomorrow afternoon. A little bit of a breeze here and there tomorrow as well. But what's really important with the winds during the day on Sunday is how the direction will change. By tomorrow afternoon and evening, our winds will be out of the southeast off the Gulf of Mexico. A touch breezy in the afternoon, especially west of 35, and then everyone will pick up a nice breeze tomorrow evening. But it's this change in direction off the Gulf of Mexico that will start the process of bringing humidity back. You're not really going to notice it until Tuesday. Look at our dew points on Tuesday, shooting back into muggy territory for everyone. And then we'll have a couple of muggy days next week, but that will also come hand in hand with the return of rain chances. No rain tomorrow. Cool to start. A lot of us starting in the 50s, mid to upper 50s, but another quick warm up thanks to the dry air, right around 90 again here in San Antonio. Some mid to upper 90s, not out of the question tomorrow afternoon off to the southwest. Rain chances, we're putting them on pause for a few days, but they do kick back in as early as Tuesday. We'll talk about those rain chances for next week coming up in the next half hour.
And we will welcome them.
Yes.
All right.
All right, the Spurs and the Pelicans locked in a back-and-forth battle in the Big Easy tonight.
And I'll tell you what, at one point it looked like the Spurs were going to blow this lead and blow the game, but somehow they held on, probably thanks in large part to DeMar DeRozan and their team defense on Zion, and they moved up one spot in the West. That is so key. And Aggies head coach Jimbo Fisher says he's not worried about QB1. Coming up. Spurs are in New Orleans tonight to face the Pelicans in a huge game for both clubs. First quarter, Jakob Poeltl blocks a shot. DeMar DeRozan gets the ball, throws it ahead to DeJounte Murray, who makes a tough pass to Keldon Johnson for a huge slam dunk, and it's 14-6 Spurs. Timeout Pels after a 12-0 run by the Spurs. Late first quarter, Patty Mills steals the ball from Zion. He takes it back and then feeds Lonnie Walker the fourth for a layup, and the Spurs led 31-24 after one. Second quarter, DeMar finds Luka Šamanić for a baseline jam and the foul. Three-point play makes it 55-47 Spurs. They led 61-52 at halftime. Third quarter, Spurs up 11. Keldon Johnson with a bad pass. Eric Bledsoe to Zion for a high-percentage slam. Tied at 82 now. Patty Mills flings a pass to White for a big-time three. Clutch after losing all that 11-point lead. Spurs led 85-84 after 3 quarters of play. Fourth frame, White goes bounce past to Mills for a nice backdoor layup, and it's 90-88 San Antonio. Less than a minute to go, Zion somehow scores underneath the basket to draw them within one, 105-106. Back at the other end, DeMar makes a 17-footer, and the Spurs go up by 3, and they hang on to win it 110-108. DeMar with a team-high 32. Spurs win the season series and grab the tiebreaker.
The game was all about rebounding at the defensive end and then having pace coming back in transition. So that was a lot more important.
All the wins down the stretch here are going to be huge. 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, they're all close, and it's going to go down to the wire. So each game is going to be huge for us, and we've got to get up and get ready to play each and every time.
Up next for the Spurs, the Washington Wizards, Monday night at 6 at the Capital One Arena. Plenty of spring football action today. We start with the orange-white game in Austin with limited fans in the stands. Casey Thompson and Hudson Carter fighting for QB1. Late second quarter, Thompson makes a bad throw, just a little too late on his pass, and Deshaun Jameson picks it off, and he's taking it back 92 yards for a pick six for Team White, who led 13-9 at halftime. Thompson went 23 for 42 for 242 yards and 2 interceptions. Third quarter throw of the game is made by Card, a perfect touchdown pass to Marcus Washington, 6 yards for Team White. Card went 15 for 25 for 168 yards and a touchdown. Team White wins 20-12. Horns first-year head coach Steve Sarkisian was asked how the QBs managed the offense.
I thought they managed it, fine. I thought maybe both guys were maybe a little bit jittery at times in the pocket. and lost our eyes. But that's, that's understandable in a spring game. I thought there were some other really good throws that were made, and we had a couple drops in there. But again, I think just overall efficiency, not bad. Now we just got to make sure we're efficient in the red area and we're scoring touchdowns.
Running back Bijan Robinson rushed 10 times for 54 yards and a touchdown. He looks ready to go. Texas A&M wrapped up spring ball with the maroon and white game inside Kyle Field. The Aggies are also in search of a new starting quarterback to replace four-year starter Kellen Mond. Redshirt sophomore Zach Calzada and sophomore Haynes King took a majority of the snaps under center. Calzada went 19 for 40 with 253 yards passing with one touchdown, and King completed 16 of 31 passes for 211 yards and a touchdown. Each of those touchdown passes came in the fourth quarter to lead Maroon past white 20-36. Both QBs performing about the same.
And everybody's worried about the quarterback. That's the least thing I'm worried about. I ain't worried about the quarterback. I'm worried about the pieces around them. We've got to play better around them. I think they're making tremendous progress right now, and I'm not saying that just for the quarterbacks. I am very pleased where they're at. They got to get better without a doubt.
Marvin Leal was named spring team MVP and co-defensive MVP with Michael Clemens. Leal did not play in today's spring game. And coming up later in sports, Class 6A wrestling tournament from the Berry Center, where 3 locals were crowned state champions. Guys,
we will look forward to it. Thank you, Larry.
You got it.
We'll be right back.
Protesters have been demanding the release of police body camera footage following the shooting death of Andrew Brown Jr., a move that must be approved by a judge.
The city council in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, holding an emergency meeting on Friday. Today, officials say a letter will be delivered on Monday asking for the release of that video.
Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert with the details.
Because these children are left without a father.
The family of Andrew Brown Jr. speaking out publicly on Saturday.
He left a close and tight family. I just want justice.
The 42-year-old father of 7 was shot and killed by county sheriff's deputies in Elizabeth City on Wednesday as they attempted to carry out an arrest warrant for felony drug charges at Brown's rental home. Witnesses say when Brown attempted to drive away, officers opened fire.
Law enforcement on scene advising shots fired, need EMS. You're responding on Tech 3 with EMS.
Special advised EMS has got one male, 42 years of age, gunshot to the back.
7 sheriff's deputies involved in the incident have been placed on administrative leave. 3 others not involved have already resigned, and the department says their departure has nothing to do with this incident. The city council called an emergency meeting Friday afternoon.
If any of my deputies broke any laws or violated any policies that come out through this investigation, they will be held accountable.
Protests calling for the release of police body cam footage began almost immediately, which, according to North Carolina law, must be ordered by a judge.
There's an official letter that will be delivered on Monday making a request for the body cam footage to be turned over to us and the public.
The city's police chief stressing his officers were not involved in the arrest or execution of the arrest warrant, and he thanked protesters who have remained peaceful.
We're not going to allow any unlawful protests. We will stay vigilant, and we ask the community to remain peaceful as you have.
City officials promising accountability and transparency will be at the forefront as the investigation moves forward. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, Washington.
Taking a look around America now, police in New York are searching for a man who violently attacked a 61-year-old Asian man in Harlem last night. We want to warn you, this video may be disturbing for some viewers. Authorities say the suspect walked up on the victim from behind, began hitting and kicking him in the head. The victim has significant injuries and is in critical condition at a local hospital. The suspect got away. Authorities say they're investigating the attack as a possible hate crime. The assault comes amid a surge in hate crimes against Asian Americans, which prompted the NYPD to deploy undercover Asian officers on the streets in an attempt to stem that violence.
Meanwhile, in New Orleans, police are investigating a shooting that left 5 people wounded on the city's iconic Bourbon Street overnight. 4 of the 5 victims were taken to the hospital, the 5th able to be treated at the scene. None of the injuries are life-threatening. Police were forced to close off a block of Bourbon Street on the edge of the French Quarter during their investigation. Right now, no information on a possible motive or suspect.
New York rapper and actor DMX is being laid to rest this weekend. This was the scene outside of New York's Barclays Center earlier today where a memorial service was held. This followed a funeral procession across New York City. The artist, whose real name is Earl Simmons, died back on April 9th. DMX suffered a heart attack in his home, then spent several days on life support before passing away. The Grammy-nominated rapper sold millions of albums during his career and had more than 40 acting credits. A private funeral will also be held Sunday in New York. DMX was 50.
This year's Academy Awards promising to look like no other. That goes for the show and the nominees. And with no clear front runner for Best Picture, it is anyone's game. A preview of Hollywood's big night next.
Never miss a story. Watch live or when you want. San Antonio's latest news and weather, streaming free on KSAT TV.
The 93rd Annual Academy Awards ceremony tomorrow night will look like no other.
I feel like we've heard that before.
Yeah.
That's largely due to COVID restrictions, but unlike other award shows, the producers want to limit the Zoom appearances.
We shall see. Jade Hernandez has a preview of the final and biggest award show of the season.
The countdown to the 93rd Annual Academy Awards is on.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, ain't that the truth?
Producers of this year's broadcast promise viewers will feel like they're watching a movie.
It's important that such a big show, an event that the entire world is watching, that we show what's possible with science and common sense.
Nominees are being encouraged to attend in person with appropriate safety precautions.
What we'll say is masks are going to play a very important role in the narrative of the show.
The Academy announced last year it will implement new diversity and inclusion standards for Best Picture nominees beginning in 2024. But this year's list of nominees appears to already be meeting some of those standards.
I think the connective tissue with a lot of the films that are up for either acting categories or Best Picture categories is that it's a reflection of what we're experiencing right now in 2021.
9 out of the 20 nominations for acting this year have gone to people of color.
America is colorful, and film is a universal language that changes and evolves. And we should welcome the way it looks, the way it's presented, and who is in it.
The frontrunner for Best Actor, Chadwick Boseman, posthumously nominated for his performance in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
I got style.
Also in the Best Actor category, Riz Ahmed, the first Muslim nominee for his performance in Sound of Metal, and Steve Yeun, the first Asian American nominated for his performance in Minari. For the nominees for Best Actress, Viola Davis is in contention to take home another statue after her 4th Oscar nod. And Andra Day is also in the running and has already taken home a Golden Globe for her performance in The U.S. versus Billie Holiday. Sunday night's ceremony will take place in 2 locations. Guests attending the Oscars will be here at Union Station in Los Angeles, while other live elements will take place at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. Outside Union Station in Los Angeles, Jade Hernandez, ABC News.
And you can catch the Oscars right here on KSAT 12 tomorrow night, starting at 7.
Outside with Live Cam, the award for best weather ever.
Yeah.
To today was so beautiful. And the good news is we got a little bit of rain last night. Yesterday at the airport, a little bit shy of 7/10 of an inch. And all April, we haven't even gotten an inch of rain. So we'll likely end up that a good portion of our monthly rainfall for April will come from the storms that we had around yesterday. We are about 3.5 inches below average on the year in terms of rainfall, so still some ground to make up, and we do have rain chances returning early next week. We'll talk more about that coming up.
So we were just talking about this earlier, a lot of those plants that were dead are coming back to life. I left some in my yard, and they are now even more green than I thought they would be. So I'm so glad I did not try to rip them out and replace them, get impatient.
I've got some bushes that...
It's not happening?
I think,
okay.
yeah.
I have a couple of those.
By now you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the rule? Like by now you should know?
Yeah, this bush is usually well on its way at this point.
Yeah.
Coming back.
By now we know our casualties, but hopefully things are looking a little greener in your yard. We've got some very, very dry earth out there. Here's the latest drought monitor. This was updated on Thursday. So any relief that we got from those storms that moved through last night will be reflected in next week's drought monitor. I don't expect it to be widespread, any widespread change in the drought monitor, because here's the rainfall from yesterday. Those storms, they packed a bit of a punch with some hail and strong winds, but they weren't widespread. So a lot of the area didn't see any rain yesterday. And this bright red color here, that's extreme drought. The worst it gets is exceptional drought. That is down near Laredo, but we've got a big swath of the area in extreme drought. So we really need a good widespread soaking rain here. As we get into next week, don't know that that necessarily is in the cards, but our weather pattern will start to become more active beginning on Tuesday. A lot of rain making energy, a big dip in the jet stream will be moving in from the west coast. And this is going to hang out with us through the middle and back half of next week. So with this good lift around moving in from the west and also some moisture, that'll reintroduce rain chances. I know this isn't very impressive. 20% chance Tuesday and then into a 30% chance as we get into the middle of the week. But we'll continue to watch forecast trends. And something I noticed today, there are some indications that we could maybe prolong rain chances all the way through the end of next week, Friday, maybe even into the start of next weekend. So we'll continue to monitor those forecast trends for you over the coming days, and hopefully we can up these rain chances for the middle of next week. Potential rainfall over the next week looks fairly promising. This is over the next 7 days. And where you see this brighter blue color here, that's 1 to 2 inches of rain. That'll again be over the next week or so. But this is a promising signal here. The setup heading into next week will have that rain making energy moving in. Also another slow moving frontal boundary. That slow movement will be key because that could again help rain chances to linger for not just 1 but several days. So we'll keep you updated there, but at least we've got rain chances in the planning forecast. That's as much as we can hope for at this point. 39 the morning low in Kerrville today. It was cool out there to start, but we had a big swing in our temperatures. We made it up to 90 this afternoon, 99 the high in Cotulla, 95 in Carrizo Springs. Big reason for that jump in temperatures, the dry air that's in place. It's much easier for air to cool down at night and then heat up in the afternoon when it's nice and dry, when the humidity is low. So very comfortable right now. 60s off to the north of Highway 90, 79 in Cotulla, still 80 in Laredo, but again, air is pretty dry. We do have a bit of a spread in our dew points, 50s off to the east, 30s west, but that's still very comfortable. And we're going to continue to see low humidity into the day tomorrow. So very similar tomorrow as to what we saw today, almost pretty much copy and paste. 55, a cool start, but we'll be in the low 80s by lunchtime, topping out in the low 90s again tomorrow. Breezy late in the afternoon and into the evening hours for your Sunday. Another note about the air quality tomorrow, it will be considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. That includes those with respiratory conditions like asthma. We're going to have elevated levels of ozone in the air tomorrow. So if you're one of those sensitive groups, you're encouraged to limit your time outdoors, especially during the afternoon on Sunday. I know it'll be tempting to get out though because it's going to be so beautiful. There's those rain chances next week. Again, hopefully we can up the coverage of those showers, especially as that front approaches late Wednesday into Thursday. So we'll keep you posted, guys.
Thank you, Katie.
All right, the Spurs get the win and the defense helps.
Yeah, their team defense was up and down for some of the game, but it was really strong in crunch time when they needed it. And in particular, they're talking about their team defense on Zion, who can just have a monster game at any moment. And we have 3 state champions in high school wrestling, and we're going to feature all 3 coming up.